The Trump administration insists it is pursuing a strategy of maximum pressure while keeping diplomatic channels open. But with talks stalled, tensions high, and the Strait of Hormuz remaining a global flashpoint, the stakes extend well beyond the Middle East. Whether renewed negotiations can still prevent a broader regional crisis remains one of the biggest unanswered questions facing the international community. As Washington hardens its approach and Tehran refuses to back down, the diplomatic window is narrowing. And for the global economy, the Strait of Hormuz remains a vital artery whose stability affects energy supplies far beyond the Middle East. Oman continues trying to preserve its role as a mediator despite mounting pressure from both sides. Countries such as South Korea must balance alliance commitments with regional security priorities. For America's allies, the challenge is equally complex. While neither side says it seeks a wider war, every new confrontation raises the possibility of unintended escalation. Military deployments, naval patrols, and political rhetoric have all intensified. Security analysts warn that the longer the impasse continues, the greater the risk of miscalculation. The result is a diplomatic stalemate with growing regional consequences. Iran, in turn, insists the United States failed to honor its commitments and continues to demand sanctions relief and an end to military pressure. Washington accuses Tehran of refusing meaningful concessions. The 60-day framework intended to create a pathway toward broader negotiations expired without a breakthrough. Meanwhile, diplomacy appears increasingly difficult. Recent incidents involving commercial vessels have underscored the fragile security environment in the Gulf, prompting renewed concerns among international shipping companies and energy markets. Any disruption there has immediate consequences for global energy markets, shipping costs, and fuel prices. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the world's most strategically important maritime routes. The president warned that any move seen as obstructing U.S. objectives in the Strait of Hormuz would invite serious consequences, escalating tensions with one of Washington's long-standing regional partners. But Trump's frustration with Oman's engagement with Iran has become increasingly public. For decades, Muscat has served as a trusted intermediary between Washington and Tehran. Another country drawn into the spotlight is Oman. The proposal reflects a broader effort to redistribute U.S. security responsibilities among allies while maintaining pressure on Iran. Speaking about South Korea, Trump said Seoul could play a practical role in helping stabilize the region, even as his administration considers scaling back major joint military exercises on the Korean peninsula. President Trump has also sought greater support from key American allies. With negotiations stalled, the White House says it is shifting to a tougher strategy while keeping military options on the table. The strategic passage has once again become the focal point of global attention after the collapse of the 60-day U.S.-Iran memorandum aimed at easing tensions. At the center of the latest developments is the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow waterway through which roughly one-fifth of the world's seaborne oil supply normally passes. After weeks of rising tensions with Tehran, President Donald Trump is now looking to allies in Asia and the Gulf as Washington recalibrates its military and diplomatic approach. The Trump administration is taking its Iran strategy beyond the Middle East.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.